Hello, everybody. This is Don Blondahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, coming to you live from Arlington, Washington. This is just a remake of this morning's video. This is a remake of this morning's video. I had my studio from my garage office to my upstairs office. So from now on, my live streams. Hey there, line. Thanks for jumping in here with me. This is a remake of this morning's video. I noticed when I did the whole video this morning, since I switched over my internet to my faster speed, that things didn't work out so good. So here, let me just, I'll pan up here for a second real quick. That way I can go back a little bit later. I'm in a different space now, different space. But thanks for joining me. I'm just doing a remake for the 2007 inductees. This morning, it did not work. When I loaded everything up, it was terrible. I had the cards that were here. I got that. And then all the information online again tonight. This is get it up. Can you see me? Am I nice and clear? Is it a nice clear video? I don't even mind panning up like this. Do it like I did in the office. It's just in. I had it on setting up a little bit higher, so the web camera was higher than what it is here now. So I have to readjust and get used to some changes. But this is where when I did my first few videos, I did it from my phone here using a little tripod to put on the phone. Then it just took too long to upload the videos. So I said, well, I'm going to go with it and just try and go live. And that's when I moved down into my office. At the time, that's where my router was. When I originally had the internet put into the house, that's where my router was, down in the office, where I did a lot of my work when I was working during my workaday life. And now I'm since retired. But sorry, water up. I forgot to do that. But just got finished having dinner. Me and my wife went out for dinner tonight and stuff. So just jumping in there. Hey there, Tim. Tim, nice to have you in on the stream with us here. This is just an extra video. Are you using the camera you used yesterday? Yeah, it is the same camera, but it's my new router in the house is right upstairs in this room here where I've switched everything, and I thought I could do it via Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi was not working. Am I a little bit clearer today? A little bit clearer, hopefully? Should be. I'm plugged in directly to my router now instead of doing everything through Wi-Fi. So hopefully, I don't want to make this video too long because I'm going to be up in the morning at 10:30 again doing my regular live stream for a box break. I'm going to do a box break tomorrow. But at least now that there's at least one or two people in the stream here, I don't know, Sportsline might have just jumped in real quick to say hi. I don't know. You're not at work still, are you there, Sportsline? Or are you at home now? I know when he's at work and stuff during the daytime, him and the guys take their lunch break and watch my live stream while they're on lunch break. So Sportsline is still here. All right. Yeah, this morning's didn't work out too good, so hopefully this will work a little bit better. We'll go over and try and get this whole video uploaded. It should get uploaded. I don't see us freezing up. Doesn't seem like it's too sporadic. How's the video feed looking? Can you guys give me some feedback on that? Can you give me any feedback? Does it look a little bit better than what I've been doing recently? Sorry, I'm going to try and clear my throat a little bit there. Clear, and you were a little choppy. It looks good now compared to before, Sportsline. Here, let me get this out of the way real quick. I gotta adjust this screen here. Okay, what do you now? Let's see, I'm gonna open this up a little bit more. There we go. Let me minimize it some. Okay, what the heck? Okay, there we go. So if I do that, sorry, I'm working on adjusting my screen so I can squeeze in the screen that has my script. Yeah, I don't memorize all this stuff that I do in this feed. Okay, I think that's good there. Let me adjust this window over a little bit. I don't want to cut off the chat so I can't see that. Okay, I think I'm ready. I can actually see a good-looking mustache and not a blurry one. Well, yeah, don't worry. That's the best part there. You'd have to put up with my shiny head. I know. Watch out for the glare. I don't worry about going to the barber shop. I shave my head every day. All right. Ghostface is in here. All right. Sports line. So we got a few up there. It's giving me a unstable again. Please wait while we're reconnecting. Yeah, my daughter's downstairs using the internet and stuff, trying to during my normal live streams. Nobody will be home. That's why I do it that time of day. Funkin' Mess Collections. There we go. Yeah, I'm here. Funkin' Mess. Just for this one occasion, I'll let you call me Donnie. I don't like Donnie so much. Only my grandparents and my aunts and uncles used to call me Donnie. But it's Don Blomdahl. But Funkin' Mess Collections, I'll let you call me Donnie if you want to. I'm not like chasing Donnie baseball, but I am a New Jersey boy. I grew up in New Jersey, but then after I graduated from high school, I kind of transplanted myself out here to the Pacific Northwest. So I've been here pretty much ever since. 20 years in the Navy, of course, floated around the world. And then after I retired from the Navy, we moved up here. I worked for the post office for 20 years, and then I retired. So that's what I do now. But we're going to get in. It says your connection is unstable. It looks like maybe we're back. Maybe it froze up a little bit. But hopefully it don't do it while I'm doing my live stream. I want to try and get this done before things wind down around my house here. So my wife's out watering the garden, and my daughter's downstairs putting her new kayak together. It's called an origami kayak. Thank you for your service. Saw Cal Ripken on the thumbnail. Mr. Blomo, yep. Here, I'll pan down here in a second when I get ready to go into my script for the two baseball players we're highlighting today for the 2007 inductees. Let me do that real quick. If I don't, I got to get used to my new surroundings here. Here we go. So I'm gonna go about there. At least I know what area on the table I can use here. I got pretty much this whole area here. That should be enough for most of my breaks that I do. I might be able to squeeze a little bit more space if I move my surge suppressor back. I do have an extension table here I can use if I move my keyboard out of the way or something, so I can extend my break area if I need to at a time. But I got this back on the very back of the ledge here. Use part of this lip here as a staging area for some stuff. So, but this is my new break area. So when I get everything fully set up, I'll show you different things that I have. I planned on having this set up a little bit better before I started using this, but since I upgraded my Wi-Fi, got this going here. So I'm going to go over real quick the two players, of course. Tony Gwynn's the first one here. This is it's not a super 1983 Donruss card. It's in excellent condition, graded a 5. This one's graded a 5. I can show those to you. Try and get used to now. I got to get used to finding the sweet spot so I don't get much glare. And below the lens there. So this is 1983 Tony Gwynn rookie card, and excellent condition. It's rated a 5 from PSA, and that shows you the back of the card there. It's in a PSA slab. I don't have a lot of slab cards. I could probably fill half a slab box full for all my graded cards, but I do have some, and then getting some here and there along the way. But that's Tony Gwynn's rookie card for 1983. Of course, we have the 1982 Donruss here. That's the most famous one that Cal Ripken Jr. is famous for. This is the 82 Donruss Cal Ripken Jr. It's graded a 9. The reason it's graded a 9 is it's off center. That's the only reason. If it wasn't off center, it probably would have been a good 10 card. But it is a 9 because it's off center. Left and right. Just not quite there on that one. And then we have the 1982 Flair Cal Ripken, number 176. It's a near mint condition. That's a pretty good looking Cal Ripken card there too. All right. So that's 2. So Cal Ripken basically has 3 rookie cards. I have all in a slab. And this one here is the 1982 Topps, number 21. That's the one where there's the 3 players on there. Honor, Cal Ripken in the center there, and Jeff Schneider. Oops, getting a little bit too much of a glare. There we go. A little bit better there if I hold it that way. All right, so those 3 players are on there with Cal Ripken being in the center. Cal Ripken being in the center. So that's a cool one. These are both rated near mint. Okay, so that's those cards. So now without further ado, I'm going to just pan down a little bit more so you don't see my belly. Sorry. All right, and then we're going to get into a little bit of the history about both these players here so we can wrap up tonight and I can move on to better and bigger things. We get a lot more orders up onto my eBay website. I have listed on eBay probably well over 500 listings, but because some of them are multiple listing or multiple quantity listings and multiple variation listings, I have roughly, I'm going to give you a ballpark of probably 15,000 cards listed on eBay. I got roughly about 15,000 cards listed on eBay. My eBay store hasn't quite picked up business yet, but I sell a card or 2 or 3 or 4 a day sometimes. But that's just something on the sideline, helping to try and allow me to earn money and just to continue on with this hobby that I love in retirement. So as long as things keep plugging away there, I do have a store on eBay, and I pay for up to 1,000 listings. I've got just over 500 listings so far. I'm going to try and screen cards and items listed as I plug away and go along. But along with that, I do have and that link is in my About Me on my YouTube channel page. And then also on my YouTube channel page, I hadn't been advertising a lot. I'm trying to get reminded by people, hey, you tell them you got a Patreon channel. Tell them you got a Patreon channel. It does have a Hall of Fame theme to it. So if you want, just click on that link and in the About Me page, go to my Patreon page. You can see Patreon products I'm working on giving away to people. Well, not giving away. You buy into the Patreon and help support me and stuff, and I'll send you something each and every month. My lowest tier, I start off with at least something, and it works its way up. I think my highest tier, though, is $100. It's not like the Mr. Jabs, Eric's. His is pretty well up there, but he's got some big people that like to support him stuff with 46,000 subscribers. But I'm just a little old rated rookie. Made it past 333. I think when I just before I came online here, I think I was up to 421 subscribers. So I'm slowly climbing. I'm in a slow pace. I'm in a turtle space now. It's just a sub here and a sub there and a sub here. So but this is fun. All right, Jesse Burnett. Don't know for sure. Were you on breaks and stuff tonight? If you're on breaks and stuff, then I'll recognize the name maybe. So we're gonna get into this Funkin' Mess collection. Yes, sir, Mr. People tell me when they call me on the phone, is this Mr. Bloomingdale? I'm like, I don't think I'm Mr. Bloomingdale. I wish I was. I'd be a lot richer than I am now. But it's just one O, Blomdahl. Scandinavian. It's a Swedish name. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the history about these 2 players real quick, go over their highlights for their career, and then if you do want, we can sit around and chat a little bit. I will be working towards eventually in the up and coming future, which I'm getting closer. 555 subscribers is my next goal for my next tier, for my next giveaway. And that's when I think I might start doing some paid breaks, where I'll set up some paid breaks where I'll break cards and stuff for you guys. But until then, I just want to keep the channel small as I climb up the ladder and stuff. So first off, starting here with Tony Gwynn. Wait a minute. I left those in the office. I didn't bring those in. I have little stands I could stand them up with as I'm highlighting the players, but you can see all 4 of these cards right here. I'll just kind of separate Cal Ripken over here a little bit, put that in the shade in the sun. I got a little glare from my ceiling light here. But we're going to highlight this one first here, Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn and go over his stats here. So Tony Gwynn, his real name was Anthony Keith Gwynn, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Primary team, San Diego Padres. Primary position, he was an outfielder. At one point, it looked as if Tony Gwynn's path to athletic greatness would be on a basketball court, as he would prove adept at passing the ball. But Gwynn could not pass up baseball, a game where the left-handed batter with the natural inside-out swing would shine. A highly recruited point guard, Gwynn would attend San Diego State University on a basketball scholarship. Although he didn't play baseball for the Aztecs as a freshman in order to concentrate on basketball, he was back on the field by his second year. Baseball was just something to do in the spring and summer, Gwynn once said. I told my mom I didn't think I would try baseball college. She and my dad told me it was something I might want to fall back on. Drafted by both Major League Baseball's San Diego Padres third round and the National Basketball Association San Diego Clippers in the 10th round in 1981, it wasn't long before the lefty swinging Gwynn's mastery with a bat in his hand became evident, especially with his ability to slap the ball between third base and shortstop. How do you defend a hitter who hits the ball down the left field line, the right field line, and up the middle, said Los Angeles Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda in 1984. That same year, Al Oliver, one of baseball great hitters at the time, said, I'm not in awe of too many people, but Tony Gwynn is the best looking young hitter I've seen since I've been in the big leagues. I can honestly say that I would pay to see him hit. Gwynn, an early advocate of using videotape to study his swing, once said, I love to hit. I can't wait until it's my turn. Sometimes I think that's all baseball is. I root for the other team to go down 1, 2, 3, so I can get my chance to hit again. A 15-time All-Star and 5-time Gold Glove winner in right field, Gwynn spent his entire 20-season big league career with the Padres, one of only 17 players to have played at least 20 seasons and spend their entire career with one team. With his 8th and final batting crown in 1997, Gwynn tied Honus, the great Pittsburgh Pirates shortstop, for the most in National League history. In addition to his .338 career batting average, he earned 7 Silver Slugger awards for offense and batted .371 in his 2 World Series appearances. Greg Maddux once said of Gwynn, he's easily the toughest hitter for me. I can't think of anyone who hits me harder. He handles the pitch away as well as anybody, and he's able to stay inside the ball when the pitch is in. His holes are just very small. So this is cool. And then I'm going to read his information that's on his Hall of Fame plaque. So Anthony Keith Gwynn, Tony Mr. Padre, San Diego National League from 1982 to 2001, with an artisan with a bat whose daily pursuit of excellence produced a .338 lifetime batting average, 3,141 hits, and a National League recording 8 batting titles. Consistency was his hallmark, hitting above 300 in 19 of 20 Major League seasons, including .394 in 1994. Renowned for the ability to hit to all fields, frequently collecting opposite field base hits between third base and shortstops, struck out just once every 21 at-bats, a 15-time All-Star and 5-time Gold Glove Award winner, hit .371 in 2 World Series in 1984 and 1998. Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my phone. And I forgot to do one other thing, too. One thing I've noticed is with my Wi-Fi and stuff, as long as when I'm in the house, I pretty much put all my other devices and stuff that use the Wi-Fi and turn off the Wi-Fi for those devices. That way it doesn't interfere with my connection. I seen once or twice where it said it's trying to find this signal. It says, "Hey all, hello Donald. How long have you been collecting?" I have been collecting on and off my whole life since I was young. Since I was young, I do collect a lot. My biggest PC, my biggest personal collection items for those that are new on the channel and stuff is, of course, basically Ken Griffey Jr. is my most. I have over 10,000 cards of Ken Griffey Jr. Followed second by Cal Ripken Jr. He was my other favorite, and I have probably, now that I've been getting some more here recently for even Cal Ripken Jr., I'm probably getting almost pretty close to maybe 8,000 cards. I know for a while there I had about 75 to 7,700 of Cal Ripken Jr.'s. So that's my two big collections. But I do collect the Seattle Mariners. When I was young as a kid, I followed the Philadelphia Phillies. That's when Larry Boa, Mike Schmidt, Greg Lazinski, a lot of those old players from the 60s and 70s when I was growing up. Probably my rarest, I just got a second one here recently from True Seekers. He surprised the heck out of me. True Seekers did. But he gave me a card. But before he gave me that one, probably my best one that I ever got was my one of one Ken Griffey Jr. If you do go back in my videos and stuff, and you'll see where I talked about Ken Griffey Jr., I'm pretty sure it was for his Hall of Fame when I did the history for his year, 2016. If you go back and review that video, you'll see I showed that in my stream, but of course I didn't have as good a video feed. But I do have a one of one Ken Griffey Jr. I don't have a one of one for Cal Ripken Jr., but I do have a one of one. Got it in a nice case to hold it and preserve it. But it's really cool to just be able to do this in retirement now. Something I've done all my life, on and off. I would say probably when I went in the Navy, I stopped collecting probably about for the first 15 years. I was just too busy with my naval career. But then towards the end, when I was in Japan before I came back to the United States, I did pick up collecting a little bit while I was in Japan. I do have a few Japanese baseball cards, not many. I do have, and then probably I'm starting my collection for Ichiro. He'll be on the dockets for 2025 for Hall of Fame for sure. And I do have probably about, probably now close to about 1,500 of Edgar Martinez cards. I have a lot of rookie cards, but Joe Camel, I'm seeing some different names I haven't seen in a while. I will make sure that if I am not subbed to all you, I go back through. Joe Camel, where are you getting that amazing info on Tony? Oh, you can find it if you look out there. I don't want to give out all my neat things. I did start this Thursday. I did start a new video series too yesterday. I'm going to improve on that now that I have a better feed. My first video I uploaded, it did not turn out well. I will tell you, it did not turn out well. But I'm going to redo that. My next Thursday, I'm going to start that process all over for that new video series. And it's going to be the history about baseball cards and baseball card collecting. So that's my new video series. So I'll go over my schedule in just a little bit tonight. But we'll just go from there. Let me finish this video so I can at least, but now let's go into, I'm going to set Tony Gwynn over to the side here and move Cal Ripken Jr. here out of the glare. Tony Gwynn can have the little light shining on him now. See, if I put my shadow over there, you can see Tony Gwynn. So don't worry, he's here. I'll set him right here for you if you want to look at Tony Gwynn. But here we go. Now we're going to go over these Cal Ripken Jr.'s. You can see them probably pretty clear sitting here. I'll go over and highlight them, bring them up in front of you again toward the end of the video here, okay? Do you have a Ken Griffey Jr. video? Oh, yeah, I've got a bunch of videos. I have there's a collector card also. There's a collector card that's the size of about a collector card, and it's an actual CD that you can put into your computer, which I still have a computer. That's how I'm streaming to you guys. I have a personal computer, a PC, And I do have that video. I have the DVD series. I have a DVD series on Cal Ripken Jr. when he was playing with Baltimore, when he broke his record for consecutive games. And I have Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr., if you remember, he was with the Mariners when they had their awesome season in 2001 when Ichiro started. And that's the year they won 116 games in Seattle. I have that video series. It's just so fun to collect so many different things about your star. Here, I'll just show you my hat real quick. This is my hat I'm wearing for this video here. It's a Ken Griffey Jr. hat with a signature on the side there. You got the Griffey Seattle Mariners number 24 on there. This is the cap that I'm wearing right now. It's a new age ball cap, but it's a signature one here. Ken Griffey Jr. is sewn onto the back of the hat, but I'm wearing that now. And at the end of the video, if you do hang around and want to see, I'll show you my Ken Griffey Jr. bat, my Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. So I am not only the full name for my shop is Hall of Fame Veterans Sports Cards and Collectibles. Usually I just throw sometimes I'll throw that on there when I'm giving my shout out when I start my channel. This is Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Veterans Sports Cards and Collectibles. Sometimes I'll say Hall of Fame Veteran Sports Cards, but this is just something fun to do in retirement. And I'll tell you all kinds of neat and different things that we're going to do as this channel slowly builds and stuff. And so I can give back to you guys, my subscribers, and to have a fun time on this with all these people in the channels: John Jabs, Eric Jabs, True Seekers, I keep wanting to say Mud Dog. His new channel, he changed his channel name because there were too many channels with his name on there, Mud Dog. So he had to change it to Kelly's Cards. So let's go on here and let's do this next. The main one that I'm all excited about, and that's Cal Ripken Jr. So Cal Ripken. His full name is Calvin Edwin Ripken Jr., inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Primary team, of course, was the Baltimore Orioles. He, too, like Tony Gwynn, played for the same team for his whole career. So out of those 17 players that have done that, Edgar Martinez was another one. So that's just awesome when you see a player that spends their whole time with one team. You don't see that too many times these days because they like to go wherever they can get the most money. And I don't think that's what the sport's supposed to be all about. It's about playing the game and loving who you play for and being a good support for your fans. So, of course, he was a shortstop. So let's go into his bio here. Longtime manager Joe Torre said, Cal is a bridge, maybe the last bridge, back to the way the game